What is up, everybody? Justin here, aka No Good Comics. Welcome back to the channel. Happy Monday. I've been doing these streams on Mondays lately, showing off comic book hauls because these past 3 to 4 weeks I've been on the hunt and finding some really good comics. So this past weekend, I was at another local expo. I have to admit, I was very jealous seeing everybody hanging out at MegaCon down in Florida, C2E2 over in Chicago. I felt a lot of FOMO and seeing a lot of the community members hanging out. So I felt like I had to go out, find an expo of my own. And luckily here in Jersey, we have a really nice expo that comes around it's every couple of weeks. So it's pretty consistent. So, I mentioned this expo in the past. If you're not familiar with this, or, as a short description, this comic book expo, it's specific to here in New Jersey. It goes through like 3 different shows, basically every weekend almost. So I think every like third weekend it takes off, but otherwise I'm really lucky to have this expo. And this expo is really focused more on just comic book vendors. So it's not like, New York City Comic Con or anything like that. There's no like, actors or celebrities or anything. It's strictly just vendors selling comic books, and it's a place for hunting down comics. So it's really perfect for that. It helps me get a lot of my fillers, trying to complete some of these runs that I've been working on, including like Miss Marvel and Spider-Woman, which is what I'm currently hunting down, and of course always X-Men if I can find any good deals for high copies of those Claremont X-Men issues. But yeah, so like I said, so a lot of the community members hanging out, taking pictures and all this other stuff. I'm very happy for all of you who are at MegaCon or C2E2. But yeah, like I said, I was very jealous. Wish I could have made it. Definitely next time, at least for one of those shows. I've been to C2E2 last year. That was an absolute blast. I would like to go to MegaCon. I would also like to go to WonderCon. I know those are also around the same time each year in the spring. So I'll have to kind of pick and choose what I want to do. But anyways, so I have a couple smaller stacks. I know these past couple Mondays I've done a lot of had like these massive comic book stacks that I've come home with. It's still a good, I don't know, 20 books maybe or so, but definitely not as much as I have in the past couple weeks. So yeah, bought from a couple of different vendors, which I'll give shout out to as I kind of break through some of this stuff. Real quick before we get into all that stuff, just want to remind everybody that we will be over on John's channel tomorrow, 9 o'clock Eastern. Omni X-Men is back. We took a little break from last week, but we will be back tomorrow, Tuesday, 9 o'clock Eastern, over on John's channel. So make sure you're subscribed to him. And we are breaking down 169 for the X-Men stuff. So we are really moving and grooving on that that run for Claremont, and it's been a lot of fun. So yeah, definitely check us out over there tomorrow. And then we'll also be after that, the hour after that, or hour and a half ish, we'll be over on JP's channel, JP Collects, to break down Philadelphia, the first trade of that. It'll be me, JP, John, and our good friend Daryl as well. So yeah, looking forward to talking about the first 6 issues of that. It's actually going to be like my 3rd or 4th time in a group talking about that book, Philadelphia. If you guys have not read it, highly recommend. Anyways, I'm going to get into the books, but before I do, let me just say a quick hello to the chat. See some people hanging out. John there just talked about before. Yes, there are some Miss Marvel add-ons here. I know John had just completed his Miss Marvel run. I didn't even have the run really on my radar until John started talking about how he was hunting it down, and that really influenced me to want to do the same thing, because it is really great how it ties into a lot of the stuff that Claremont was writing for X-Men. And, we've got a couple of crossovers and obviously some big characters that come out of that main series. So yeah, 23 issues. I thought it'd be easier to collect than it kind of has been for me, but I'm slowly getting there. And congrats to you, John, for completing your run while you're down in MegaCon. Very cool. Let's see. Ryan Magic Lasso says, did you hear about the guy who was pleading insanity at his trial by saying that he was a fish? He says he was trying to be coy. Thank you, Ryan. Appreciate that. Hope you're doing well, man. Let's see. We got Damien Sleepy Reader 666. Good to see you, Damien. Thanks for hanging out. We got Big O as well. Hello. Appreciate you stopping by. Let's see, my man Chinmo, good to see you, brother. Talked about you on the last stream last Monday from some of the books that I picked up from King Khan from you. So again, thank you, man, for the awesome sets. Let's see. We also got my man Chet Scotland. Good to see you, my friend. says that Miss Marvel run is hidden gold. Yeah, I mean, it definitely. Well, and like I said, I mean, so I have a couple issues here, but there are still, you know, some pricier books that I kind of forgot that they were a bit pricier. I do have, you know, Mystique's like first official appearance, as they call it, or first full. That one already out of the way, thanks to Mercy Collectibles, Andres, who had gifted that to me a while back. But other than that, I've been slowly trying to collect the rest on my own. So we're getting there. We're getting there. Appreciate it, Chinmo. Yeah, man. Good stuff. Good stuff. It was a great show. It was definitely a great show. All right, so take a moment, smash that like button, by the way, if you haven't already. Let's get into some of these books. I'm going to start. Oh, and so let me just preface this too. So at this show, there were some insane deals, hence the title of this, right? There were some insane deals that I found. A couple vendors, this one particular vendor, though, who, I mean, it was like gold in terms of the prices and the books and the fact that he was just trying to get rid of, you know, a majority of his books. So I did get to pick through a couple things. I will say by the time everybody started to realize what was good about his boxes and his books, it was like packed and everybody was like scrambling over there. So shout out to Justin Nemesis Prime. I did get to hang out with him for a bit during the expo. He was the one that told me about the boxes over at the one vendor. So appreciate you, man, for the heads up. Yeah, it was cool. And to say, again, the reason I went out to this expo, obviously wanted to be around comics, but I also wanted to see if I would run into some of the community that wasn't at the two big shows going on. And I definitely found a few. My friend Justin was there. Alex was there from A&S Comics. Ben from Zap Comics was there. He was set up. Streetside Anthony, who I have a cool story to tell you about. Streetside Anthony, he was there and he was set up that time about. He usually goes to the show. He's not always a vendor there, but you know, I know he does a lot of great work in other parts of the community. So it was nice to see that he was set up there. So yeah, I got a couple books from him and Ben and a few others. So I'm going to start with I'll start with Zap. Let me start with Zap Comics. So Zap Comics, my local LCS, shout out to them, Corey, Ben, the rest of the crew there. They're the best, absolute best. I always try to, I buy from them every Wednesday. And then even if I see them at shows, I try to, buy from them even there because the prices are always great. And they always have great selection of books. So I just found a couple of small things, nothing too big, but I came across a couple of things. So I'm going to just show these off. And in this, some of the Miss Marvel stuff. So, first off, I wanted to highlight that I picked up this book, Wildstorm. This is a 30th anniversary, and I missed out on this a while back, and I know a lot of people were talking about. I know there's like some new character involved in it. Another friend said it's just a really good read. I had gone through and looked at the Wildstorm stuff, what's coming out right now? Or I'm sorry, is it Wildcats? Maybe it's the Wildcats. But with some of these characters that are out right now, the artwork look awesome. But anyways, I wanted to grab this. This was only $2. I remember that at one point this was like $10 or it was on like a top 10 list or something like that. So to find it there for $2, I will take that. The next one is I'll go into it's only 4 books actually. Miss Marvel, some earlier issues. So this is issue number 3. So there you go, John. Going, like I was calculating before, I think I only have like or I'm probably like halfway now at this point with the books that I'm about to show here. And again, this is 23 issues, so it's not like a massive run or anything. There's a couple issues that are a little bit more of a costly bunch, but otherwise, a lot of them are cheap. So this one got $2 in their $2 bins that they had. So Miss Marvel issue number 3, beautiful cover. Death is the Doomsday Man, as it says there. So I got that one there. And then I also got issue number 6 that I was missing. So yeah, she looks like she's in trouble there. Not good. The grotesque shall slay thee. There's the title. So that's issue number 6. Cool cover. I like the fire and the flames there in the front. And then this other book. So we've talked about anytime I try to grab any of these king size annuals. This one was a lot of fun, and it was only $5, so I had to get that. So this is the X-Men king size annual issue number 5. Again, these are, especially when they're under $10, anytime I see these earlier X-Men king size annuals, I always try to pick them up. I mean, even if they're not at the X-Men ones, but I know, like, just in general, the stories are always epic. I find myself really enjoying them overall anytime that we break them down on the show. So yeah, I wanted to grab that. Again, $5, can't beat it. So that's what I got from Zap Comics. So again, shout out to you guys over at Zap. If you guys don't know them, definitely check them out. Chet says Mystique's first are the only ones I need. Oh, okay. So there you go. So I mean, I know there's like, two, technical, as they call them, cameos or first appearances where she's in disguise. So there's two of those, and then there's 18, which is I guess her first full appearance. Be nice to just own them all. So I hope you can find them. Chop and Drop in the house. What is up, brother? Good to see you. Let's see. Ryan says Black Lightning Bolts, Miss Marvel is more my jam. There you go. I have a little more coming. So so that's what I got from Zap. Next set of books. Let's see. Well, I guess I'll go into the deal, right? So the deal that when I say the deal, I should say the vendor that I found there that had a bunch of books that they were selling. Again, Justin Nemesis Prime, shout out to you. He told me, he's like, go check out these books. He has a bunch of boxes that are $3 boxes, and then a few more boxes that are only $1 dollar books in those boxes. So and he showed me this beautiful Wolverine Jim Lee variant that he found in there that I know goes for like over $100. I have it. I'll have to show that later. In the past like year and a half, I think that it came out. He found in the dollar bin, and he was telling me about it. So I had to go check it out for myself. So some of the books that I'm going to show here, the Spider Woman, they were Spider Woman books. Those were $3 each, and then the others were $1 each. So I'll show the Spider Woman first, and then I'll show the dollar books. Crazy stuff. And I actually left some stuff behind. I didn't even go as crazy as I probably could have. I know that there were other people there with massive stacks, walking away with that stuff, spending like $300 on just a bunch of dollar bin books. It was really good stuff. Real quick, want to say hello to my man Manny. What is up, Manny? Thanks for hanging out and swinging by here. Yes, Chet, 16, 17, and 18. Yeah, yep. Those are the numbers for the Miss Marvel stuff. So I'm going to just get into it. So anyone who's been following me, I've been slowly reading and hunting down Spider-Woman, the first volume, and really enjoying all of it. So I was trying to bag and board some of this before the show. Didn't get completed to all of them, but I'll just go through them here. So beautiful copies. Again, $3 each. And of course, the guy knocks off price too. So I think I spent $26 for what I'm about to show here. It came out to $26, and he said, just give me $20. It's pretty crazy. Wait till you see the dollar bin stuff. All right, so this is the $3 stuff here. So Spider-Woman issue number 12. Beautiful cover here. And this one, let's see, combo between Infantino and McCloud. So good team up there. And the interior, I think, is Infantino. So love how, he did a lot of the earlier issues. So 12 I would consider earlier out of the run. It's 50 issues altogether. So love this cover. Really, really gorgeous. And then let's see, going into, try to keep this somewhat in order here. Let's see, 40, 50. Let's switch these around here. So this is number 29. I'm sorry, 24. Another cool cover there. Again, by this point, the Budiansky and Rubenstein were doing the cover. So I know, again, they shuffled around. They brought some other creative team members in. I know that Claremont wrote some of these as well. Not all of them, but he was like in and out writing some of these stories. And I know, obviously, Claremont tying in the character with some X-Men stuff. This is issue number 29. Another beauty there. We got Spider-Man on the front cover as well. Can't beat that. And whoever says Spider-Woman has turned killer? ? Interesting stuff there. And that's McCloud and John Romita Jr. on the cover for that one. So again, mixed a lot of different creators together, which was cool. 35. I own this copy already, but I found a nicer copy. I was surprised to find it in here because a lot of these books were like, they looked banged up, but what it was the bags were just old and dusty. That's all it was. Otherwise they were gorgeous. I put them in Mylar, which makes it even nicer, the Mylar magic. But this is number 35. This might be one of my favorite covers of this series here. Really, really beautiful. Love how I love how Spider-Woman is drawn here. It looks like she's being, attacked by these creatures with guns, these little animals. I don't know what's going on. Laya Loa doing the artwork, which again, and I'll hold up, there's the signature. Don't know much about Laya Loa, but I'm quickly learning more about him as I'm going through a lot of these series. I know Laya Loa did the Star Trek stuff, some of the Star Trek series from that era too. So maybe you guys are familiar with the artist from that. But beautiful cover there. Let's see. Yeah, Ryan says by issue 12, they seem to have fleshed out the character more than the earlier issues. So I remember you saying that, Ryan, that like the first 7 or 8 was all about her just kind of learning more about herself, and I'm seeing a lot of that now. One, some of the villains very wacky. I mean, some of them got some real problems. And who was it? Like the Executioner or whatever. I was just talking to Candace about it. I think it's like issue 4 where he's like a Batman wannabe, and but he thinks he's doing the right thing, and yet he's not. He's also very sexist and rude and just an a-hole overall. So, terrible villain, and serves him right with what happens to him, or at least from what I've read so far. I hope he does get his, though, even more so. So, but yeah, some really interesting characters to say the least. But I do see what you mean. She is, trying to figure herself out, and I'm enjoying it. I'm really enjoying the volume, or the first couple issues. Ryan says, I completed my Spider-Woman run about 4 years ago. Nice. Very nice. Working on her guest appearances now. That's a good deal. And that's something I keep an eye out for as well. Especially the stuff that came out before the volume, the first volume. So good stuff there. Next one. Love this cover. Cannot believe I found this in a $3 bin. I don't know if it's worth, I don't know if like it, I feel like it's just, I don't know. It's so stunning and memorable. This is issue number 39. It's like the negative space variant, only it's not a variant. It's like negative space before they were doing negative space. And this was what, 80, 81. Again, Laia doing the artwork there. There's the name. But yeah, this is really, really stunning. I would love to get, this is a high grade copy. This is a book that I think that anytime I see it, I will buy it, especially when it's under $5. Come on. Absolutely stunning. So that's issue number 39, if you guys are curious. And then the last one here is issue number 40. When I say last one, I just mean of the Spider-Woman stuff. I'm going to get to the dollar books here in just a second. They're not Spider-Woman books, but they are gorgeous. I love this this cover, by the way. Love the bright blues on the outsides here as she's getting attacked by I don't know, this tiger villain here, the flying tiger. She's just met the flying tiger. I hate meeting the flying tiger when this happens. Let's see, the Chris Claremont. This is one that Claremont wrote. I have some of my notes here on the back. Chris Claremont wrote this one, and this was Steve Laia too, with Bob Wyacek, who was doing a lot of stuff. So yeah, good stuff there. Issue number 40, and a really nice copy again. Just like the spine work and everything else, like beautiful stuff. Okay, these other 5 books I got for $1, and some of them have a sticker price on them. The guy was well aware of these sticker prices. He said, ignore the sticker prices. He explained that they were a friend of his. He was helping move them, who was into comics a while back, got out of it, now just wants to get rid of all of them. I don't know much other details other than that. I guess the guy was supposed to be at the show. He wasn't there, but so his friend was helping him out. And this was, I think, his first time. I don't think I've never seen him as a vendor before. I think he just like signed up and tried out, tried out like selling. So it worked out really well. Thank you, Chet. Appreciate it, man. And don't mind the dogs. They're very excited. You can hear them in the background. So this first one's not anything too special. I know this was like, there's some controversy behind this one. I figured for $1, I will pick this up. So this is X-Men Gold, issue number 1. Beautiful artwork there. So actually, who is the artist here? Saif Lester, 2016. Can't really make that out. But yeah, so pick that up for $1. And then these other 4 books are like the ones where they clearly are worth more than $1. Oh, sorry, 5 more books. First one up, Southern Bastards. Again, sticker price. He had it for $12. He said, don't ignore the sticker price. Got this for $1. If you guys have never read this is issue number 1. Right? If you guys have never read this, I highly recommend it. It's Jason Aaron, Jason Latour. Keep in mind, they only did the first 4 trades of this. It's technically on hiatus. It's a wild trip, man. And it's it's all, I'll leave it at that. Has to do with football in the South and how serious it is down there, and some of the drama that can kind of come along with. Now, this is like over the top stuff, some of it, but I was told that some of it is pretty accurate as well. So that's kind of scary. But anyways, check this out if you haven't read it. Southern Bastards, really great read. I don't own issue 1, but this is definitely a book I would like to own. So there you go. Got it for $1. Next one up here is, it's a Remender book. It's Low, issue number 1. Again, had it marked for $15. Got it for $1. Remender and Tuccini. This is a series I had picked up some of the trades for. Haven't had time to read it yet, but I love Remender. Any chance that I get to pick up anything that Remender has done, especially as an issue 1, I will do so. Love the artwork as well, so check that out. I'm curious if you guys have read this before. Let me know. But yeah, another great Image series. Next one, another series that I absolutely love. We were doing a whole live stream of this for the first like 4 or 5 trades here on the channel like 2 years ago. Another Rick Remender. This is Black Science issue number 1. As you can see there, another $15 mark. Got it for $1. Black Science issue number 1, Matteo Scalera. He does all the main art for this stuff, and this is where I fell in love with Matteo's work. Anytime I see him do variants nowadays, I pick them up because of this series. So yeah, Black Science, don't sleep on. It's a wild ride, absolutely wild ride. But I would definitely recommend that as well. Again, only $1. Another one, Rick Remender. Marked as $20. Love this series. Deadly Class is issue number 1. Easily, I mean, I think I own one of these already, but again, if I see this for $1, come on, like I'm not passing this up. Deadly Class is wild. I've read the first 2 large hardcover volumes. I do need to read the third still. But yeah, this has been just a wild trip. Highly recommend as well. So yeah, let me know if you're reading Deadly Class right now, or if you have in the past. I know it just wrapped up last year. But yeah, another Remender book. Again, only $1. And this last book here, it is my heart and soul. It is my favorite amongst favorites for indie titles. It's an Image title. If you guys don't know, it was also the thumbnail of this this YouTube channel, YouTube thumbnail, and it is Descender issue number 1. He had it marked $20 there. Got it for $1. Really nice condition. I mean, these solid black, covers, these spines, tough to find. Yeah, Descender is my all-time favorite. Jeff Lemire, Dustin Nguyen. If you guys have never read this, I highly recommend reading this. I absolutely love it. I probably own like 2 or 3 copies of this. I would like to own the whole series. I know a lot of them are cheap and affordable, and it's really just more about finding them. But yeah, I would like to collect this run at some point. It's probably 40 or 50 issues as well. And I do have the hardcovers of this, so. And Jax is very excited as well, as you can hear. All right, 2 more sets here. Well, one bigger book, and then one other thing that I got as a gift. I'm going to start with the bigger book. So this was like my one, quote unquote bigger book, not massive or anything, but we're talking about Miss Marvel. I realized that I only had issue 18 of the 16, 17, 18 that Chet was mentioning earlier for Mystique's, first set of appearances. So got this one. I think they go by Smash. Let's see, Smash Crash Comics. Smash Crash Comics. Shout out to you guys over on Instagram. I've seen them several times. I saw them at King Con. Lewis, I was talking to, he's the one that hooked me up with this book. Beautiful book. So I got issue number 16 to add to the collection. So there you go. Miss Marvel, getting closer. I would say I'm a little more than halfway. I'm going to do some calculating here afterwards, see what I'm missing or what I'm missing left. I think I'm just missing 17 as far as the core, these core Mystique issues. And I do think I'm missing issue 1. I got to go back and see. So 1 and 17 are probably the bigger books. But otherwise, the rest I feel like you could find them for like $5 or even less than that. Of course, I'm being a bit pickier. So I have, seen these other issues, but I've been like passing up on a lot of them because I've been waiting for cleaner copies. A lot of them are dirtier or, messed up spines or whatever, pen marking, whatever. I'm trying to find, pretty decent, mid to high quality, condition for these books. So yeah, beautiful cover here. Nice, really nice condition. So again, Lewis from Smash Crash Comics, thank you so much, man, for the deal. Beautiful book. Glad to have it in the collection. And just getting a little bit closer here. What are these guys saying here? Ryan saying WTG on the Miss Marvel. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Kenneth Bird in the house. What is up, Kenneth? Good to see you. Chet says you can't sleep on them until you read Annual 7. Chet, it is on my list, man. I told you it's like top of my list. I am like practically about to read it one day. Let's see. John says, oh man, I arrived just in time. Yeah, man. I did show a couple other Miss Marvel books right before this. So go back and check that out. But yeah, this was the bigger one that I got, the biggest book of the weekend that I got. Good stuff there. Really glad to have it. And again, missing 17 still at issue 1, probably are the 2 bigger ones I'm still missing. Phil is in the house saying tentacles. Yes, a lot of tentacles on here. for sure. Tentacle Tuesday, maybe that'll be a post for tomorrow. Let's see. Love you too, Chet. Love you too, man. So there you go. All right, last batch that I want to show before I wrap up here, and I'm moving pretty quick. This is good. 6:30. I thought maybe I'd go till 7. Want to make sure that I'm done before the Yankee game starts at 7. All right, so these I got a couple more books I want to show. Something a little extra special about these books that I wasn't expecting. Oh, actually, sorry, these two are not part of that. So let me show these two before I get into this batch. This is the batch I'm referring to. Before I get into that, these two books, I forgot that I put them in this pile. This was not the correct pile. But these I bought 2 Avengers books here. These were also in the dollar bin stuff that I was showing before, along with some of the super cheap books that I found each of these really nice condition. The reason for these, and I showed these off, not these two, but I had graded copies like 2 or 3 streams ago, 2 or 3 Mondays ago that I got from my dad, is because my dad worked on both of these issues. So this is 225 and 226 of Avengers. I wanted to get these because I wanted to open them up, have the interiors. I think one of them I had a copy of already, but again, I saw it for $1. I was like, yeah, let's do this. Again, anytime I see my dad's work, I will definitely pick it up. So only $1. And yeah, so just flipping through these, checking out some of the interior stuff and reading these is what I want to do with them. So there you go. Those are also 2 from that batch that I showed earlier. Sheena, what is up? Sheena in the house. Good to see you. All right, last batch. This is what I want to talk about, and it has to do with Street Side Anthony. If you guys are not familiar with Street Side Anthony, you definitely should check him out. He is a community man. He is a man of the community, I should say. He's always hooking up people, great deals. I feel like he's one of the few vendors that really puts their books forward first with the pricing that's realistic for people who can't afford them otherwise, or can't find good deals otherwise, or I guess I don't know. He's somebody who just always seems like he wants to help out the reader. I should put that in, or help out the newer collectors, people that are just getting into it, and trying to find deals that are deals, much more so than I guess your average. So I just feel like he's always looking out for the community and people who are trying to hunt down books, respectively. And and he's just a great guy. Every time I see him, always gives me a hug, like Anthony. And I'm sure a lot of you guys know him if you're part of this Instagram and YouTube community. He just does so much. Again, so these books here, as kind of the short story goes, it's 4 books. I wanted to support Anthony, wanted to pick up some books from him. So I went through, found some really cool stuff. And when I went to go buy them, he said that they were a gift. He said, do not even take your wallet out. This stuff's for you. I tried to fight him on it. He said, no, he insisted. Anthony, thank you so much for these books. You did not have to do that. And I owe you a beer or something. I'm going to get you next time. Somehow we'll see what I can do, but thank you for these books as an A-OK. I'm going to show them now. Let's see. I will start with, I'll start with this one here. So I wanted to get this because it's a really cool homage to some of the Dark Phoenix stuff that John and I had broken down from last season. So this is just a nice variant that I got from him. That's when Kitty Pryde is getting Wolverine out of the cage when they're all locked down. So thought that was a really cool kind of, I forgot that they did these covers where they were kind of, again, like an homage to a lot of these famous scenes from the Dark Phoenix saga. So really cool stuff there. I didn't see this one when it came out, so I'm glad to get that now. So that one there, found this really, really cool variant from, actually, I don't even know who the artist is. But it's during the Hickman run from New Avengers, and it's just a beautiful Doctor Strange cover. So there you go. There, I had to hit it with the Mylar magic there, as you can see. But a solid black cover and just a really clean spine. I mean, again, beautiful, beautiful book. A beautiful book for the PC, and glad to have it. So really cool stuff there. I'll have to share that later. I forget who posted this on Instagram. Maybe it was like Morbius. It's a Marvel Age book. This is issue number 7. It's got all of my favorite characters on there, so I thought this was really cool to have as well. If you guys have never seen the Marvel Age comics, it's more of a breakdown about this time, not so much an actual like issue to read, but like there's a lot of cool content in here, so I'm gonna have to go through some of this stuff. But there you go. It's the sorry, I'm covering up the inside story on the X-Men and the Micronauts limited series. So yeah, really cool stuff there. So you got a little bit of both. I am not as familiar with the Micronauts. They're a group that I've not read yet too much about, but anyways, just some history about these characters and some of the creators that were working on them at this time. And I just think this is a beautiful cover too. So really nice there, nice condition again. So yeah, good stuff. Let's see. Chet said, I go to his basement, Street Side Anthony. Oh, yeah, nice. I know he has a bunch of events at his place or a couple other locations in the tri-state area. He says his variant prices are insane. Great dude, too. Cares about the community. Says he doesn't care about the money. Agreed. Just the people he meets along the way. Yeah, well said, Chet. Couldn't agree more. And again, these are the books that I got from Street Side Anthony. Such a great guy. And I see him around everywhere. I mean, he's even at this show a lot. When it comes around like monthly, and I get to say hi to him there. So like I said, it was cool that he actually had a setup there. He doesn't always do a table or a vending at that particular show. So it was nice to see him set up. But yeah, it says, have that variant. Nice, man. Very cool. John says, great cover. Just hate the little logo in the corner. Which one are we talking about here? John, you talking about that one? This logo in the corner? Or... Oh, or maybe this, maybe the A, the Avengers. I'm curious. Thank you, Sheena. Thank you. One more book here, again from Street Side Anthony, and that is What If? What If Phoenix Rose Again? I do not have this one. It's really nice condition too. So this is issue number 33. I don't really have too many what if issues just in general, but anything that ties in to the X-Men, to Dark Phoenix, to pink and purple robots, as you see there, I am always on board for it. So yeah, beautiful work too. Beautiful artwork. Actually, do I have the artists? RR and JP. Am I blanking here? RR and JP. John. No, I don't know. I'm trying to think. RR and JP. I feel like I should know this. Maybe someone in the chat knows. But yeah, really beautiful artwork, and yeah, we'll have to check that out later. Oh, and it's a newsstand too. Nice little newsy from this era is nice. So there you go. These 4 books again. Thank you, Street Side Anthony, for gifting these to me. You did not have to do that. I owe you, man. Really, really kind of you. I was not expecting that. And yeah, so if you guys don't know Street Side, you should follow him over on Instagram. Check out his stuff. If you ever see him at a show, say hi to him, talk comics with him. He knows his stuff too. That's what I love about, like, he knows his comic books. He knows his history. You can talk anything with him when it comes to comics. It's a lot of fun. So, and yeah, his selection's great too. So definitely, again, check him out. Can't say enough nice things about Street Side Anthony. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. But that's it. Those are the books that I had. That's what I wanted to share here today. Let's see. John's talking about, oh yeah, the Phoenix logo. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I don't like how it kind of takes the whole bottom up. All the way out here. I mean, I guess it's fine, like a little corner piece, but the whole thing, I don't know. Yeah, I hear you there. Let's see. John is wearing a 10-gallon hat, I believe, right now. Oh yeah, he's traveling back from Texas. Yes, I totally picture that. And John loves, I don't know if you guys know this, John loves country music. So you guys should definitely talk country music with John, amongst other things like sports. He loves sports. You should talk to him about sports too. All right, guys, a reminder of this guy here. We're going to be over on his channel tomorrow for Omni X-Men, 9:00 Eastern. So we are back. And I believe our guest, JR, is going to be with us too for the Team Nerd Herd podcast. So Rogue Slaw, if you guys don't follow him, looking forward to hanging out with JR. It's been a little while. So yeah, should be a lot of fun. And then of course we'll be over on JP's channel after that. John and I will be joining JP and Daryl to break down some Philadelphia, the first series of that, the first I think 6 issues from Philadelphia. If you guys have never read that, I do highly recommend. It's a great series. Yeah, other than that, that's all I have. We'll see. I've been doing these Monday streams. Let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment in the comment section below. And maybe I'll continue to do these or something to that effect, kind of moving forward. And my plans to just keep hunting, keep trying to find some good books, trying to complete this Spider-Woman run, try to complete the Miss Marvel run. I'm going to post later on my story what I'm still missing from those 2 runs. and we'll see how much closer I can get. So let's see. Kevin in the chat, what is up? Entropy and Comics is great show. Have a wonderful day. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for stopping by. And Joel the Geek also hanging out. It says, wait, I thought this was a live show about Wolverine sandwiches. You missed that part, Joel. You got to go back. I actually should just have some sort of imagery. Actually, hold on. Hold on, Joel. This is for you, Joel. Hold on. Let me just remove myself. We'll give a 5 second count for Joel here on a good call. Wolverine sandwich. I was trying to find some music to go along with. There you go, man. There's your Wolverine sandwiches. You were promised correctly. Yeah, hope that made you happy. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap this up. Appreciate everybody. Smash that like button on the way out. And until next time, I will talk to you.